Hi, I'm Chuck Marundi, and welcome to my video series on buying and selling real estate. I get a lot of questions about foreclosures. The main question is, can I find a good deal in a foreclosure? I want to share a little bit with you today about the Sequim and Port Angeles foreclosure market and answer the question, can I find a good deal in a foreclosure? Well, first, the answer is yes and no. You might find a fantastic deal in a foreclosure, but a couple of things to talk about here in this local market. We don't have the mass number of foreclosures that they do in places like Las Vegas or Phoenix or down in Florida. And so we don't have all of these incredible deals out there where you can buy a house for $95,000. They just don't exist up here. We have a very small number of foreclosures. Now, our foreclosure market here, as I've been arguing for a while, is chaotic at best. It's not organized in terms of getting the foreclosures appraised and listed and sold in an efficient manner as it is in the busier cities. Here, for people at the loss mitigation departments at the banks and the agents who are appointed to handle these foreclosures for the banks are often on the East Coast or the Midwest someplace, a long ways from Sequim and Port Angeles. They have no idea what the market value is here, and in many cases I have seen again and again foreclosures listed at prices that are really above current fair market value. And that's unfortunate, but those houses often sit on the market for a long, long time until finally they begin to realize after a year or 2 years they need to reduce the price. So the simple answer is that there are a lot of foreclosures out there, but many are still grossly overpriced in my opinion. You can find some better deals right now, believe it or not, by houses that are listed by owners in the MLS right now, not foreclosures. There are many homeowners that have had their house on the market for a long time. They want to sell it. They're motivated to sell it. They want to move closer to the grandkids in California, or perhaps there's been health issues and they need to move to another part of the country and they need to sell the house, and they're motivated to sell it, and that's where some of the best deals are right now. If I were a buyer from out of state and I'm looking for a home in the Sequim or Port Angeles area, I would jump up on the internet, for example, to my online MLS search page, which you can find at search sequimMLS.com, and put in the parameters for what you're looking for, the number of bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, acreage, and so on. You'll see quite a list of homes in the MLS, and some of the best deals are not foreclosures, believe it or not. Now, another question that comes up, and I'll answer this briefly, is someone will ask me periodically, is there an organized foreclosure database that I can look at and search? And the answer is no. There are two major national foreclosure databases that people often use. One is realtytrack.com, the other is foreclosure.com. I have been a subscriber to both of those companies in the past and have talked to the owners and managers of the companies to learn more about why their databases are not complete here. And the simple answer is that neither of those companies have the required contract with the county auditor's office to be able to use that database in an organized way and to plug it into their databases. They do have foreclosures on their sites. Where are they getting them? They're simply scraping them off with software off the internet. Some of those homes that show up are not necessarily foreclosures. They may be in default. They may have started a foreclosure process, but they may not actually be for sale. If you go knock on that owner's door, you're liable to hear some choice words and find out real quick that they're tired of people knocking on their door and their home is not for sale. So there really is not an organized foreclosure database. You can use the Clallam County website to search for the notice of trustees sale that is recorded. But again, that database is not organized for investors to search the database. So the fields and the database itself is very clumsy and takes many, many hours to try and find foreclosures. So that's the brief answer about foreclosures in my opinion. Use the MLS, you'll find some of the best deals. If a house has been foreclosed, it will then be in that same MLS. So you can search the Sequim MLS, the Port Angeles MLS, and you'll see both foreclosure listings and listings by owners. So that's the best way to do it. Use your parameters search, and as you're searching online, you'll be able to compare online and see the photos and look at the square footage and compare prices, and you'll get a pretty good idea real quick where the best deals are, even before you get here to look at homes. I hope this has been helpful, and if you're thinking about buying a home in Sequim or Port Angeles, I hope you'll contact me as your buyer's agent. You can find me on the internet at sequimrealestatenews.com. I'm Chuck Morundi. Thanks for joining me.